Meet Age-Lock True Face Future Serum, the ultimate solution for younger looking skin. This clinically proven formula targets 8 signs of aging: firmness, smoothness, skin tone, fine lines, radiance, pores, discoloration, and hydration. In fact, in our clinical test, 100% of our subjects who used Future Serum twice a day were graded for improvements after the first week. And our exclusive Age-Lock blend, brightening complex, and powerful natural extracts work to visibly reduce wrinkles, even skin tone, and boost hydration. Plus, it now comes in a conveniently refillable, more sustainable packaging. Beauty that cares for you and the planet. Ready for dramatically younger looking skin? Try Age-Lock True Face Future Serum today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's call. My name is Buck McMurray, your president of the Americas, and it's so good to be with you. Man, what an exciting time we have right now at Nu Skin. You guys, this is one of the biggest products that we've had in skincare over the last, 10 years. You guys, I know that this product has been around, but it's something that people really haven't dabbled with because of the price point has been so high. But with some of the changes that we've made to packaging and supply chain, it's allowed us to bring that price point down so that it's more accessible. And I'm going to tell you guys on today's call, you're going to find out why this is the one serum. If you're using one serum and that's it, this is the one serum that you should be using in your daily regimen. I've got it right here. They gave me the old packaging, and that's what I'm using every single day. But you guys, I can't wait for you to jump in, learn more about the science behind this. What are the ingredients? How did we test this? What does it address? Knowing all of this is going to help you as you're sharing this with your customers and with your friends and family on social media. So get ready, buckle up, take notes, make sure that you're getting prepared to share this with your teams as well. But with that quick introduction, you guys, we love you. Get ready. Put your hands together and welcome Ricky Salvage, our president of sales in the Americas. Ricky.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Buck. And you guys, I can tell that Buck's been using his Future Serum. You look so good. I love it. All right, you guys. Well, let's get ready to dive in to find out why this is truly the mother of all serums. So first, we're going to take a quick look at who is buying skincare today. Which age group? How much are they spending when it comes to skincare? Now, skincare spending in the U.S. varies significantly across generations. You guys, here is the breakdown. Millennials lead in this category. Millennials, which are 29-year-olds all the way up to 44, on average, and these are just US numbers, but probably you could use them for Canada as well. But on average, millennials are spending over $2,600 on skincare annually. That breaks it down to over $220 a month. Coming in second is our Gen Zers. These are people that are the age of 13 to 28. They're spending over $170 on skincare each month. And then we have our Gen X, which is 45 to 60, spending over $120 each month, and our baby boomers. So there are so many people out there that are spending every single month, on average, a significant amount of money. So let's talk about what a woman wants. Well, really, it's what customers want, right? Anyone. You guys, customers today are looking for 3 things: effective, science-backed, and sustainable skincare products that align with their values and deliver visible results. And there is no other company out there that can do those 3 things better than we do here at Nu Skin. Within the skincare category, you guys, products that target anti-aging concerns, which include fine lines, wrinkles, are historically the top when it comes to revenue inside the skincare industry, meaning that there is more money spent on products that address anti-aging concerns than any other skincare group out there. People want to look younger. People want to have more radiant skin and look younger longer. You can do this by really good skincare, also healthy lifestyle choices, and consistently taking care of yourself. And guess what, you guys? Nu Skin, we can help with all of these. We can help people look, feel, and live better. So let's talk about why this is truly the mother of all serums. So get ready to reveal dramatically younger looking skin 8 different ways. I'm going to say that again. 8 different ways, you guys, and you are going to see results in just 7 days. And just in a couple minutes, we'll dive into all of the science so you guys have the data. Now, let's see what concerns the Future Serum addresses, okay? So as we know, this is a revolutionary serum that was developed and put out back in, I think it was 2009. So this product has been around for 16 years, and it is so good that we're not changing the formula, but like Buck said, we changed the packaging. We were able to look at how we're sourcing these ingredients and looking at where everything's coming from with our supply chain, and we were able to bring the price down, but the product is so good, it is not changing. So it targets 8 visible signs of aging. Are you ready? Firmness, smoothness, skin tone evenness, fine lines and wrinkles, radiance, pore appearance, discoloration, and hydration. So you are getting all these multiple benefits into one cutting edge, clinically proven formula, which is absolutely incredible. Let's take a look at the next slide. So as I said, the history of Future Serum. You guys, so Future Serum has been around for 16 years, and it was part of the very first daily regimen that targeted both the environmental sources of aging and the biological sources of aging. Now, in the environment, there's lots of external damages that harm our skin. So this product helps protect against those environmental damages like cigarette smoke, like harsh weather, pollution, UV damage, and the sun rays that are coming down. You guys, sun rays account for 90% of our skin aging, premature skin aging. Also, this product, it targets biological sources. What does that mean? It means it's beginning to reveal that a healthy diet full of antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables, along with supplements, nutritional supplements, and topical application of key ingredients, key nutrients, will help decrease the intensity and delay the onset of these physical changes on our skin. So we are putting it all together here at Nu Skin. So this is truly just not another serum. We are going to dive into all the clinical studies, and you are going to get this clinical strength at home. You don't have to go anywhere. You can do it right at home. And you're also going to hear about how Future Serum has powerful partners. This is not to replace anything. This is to be in addition to all of the incredible products that you are currently using. Okay, you guys, so let's get ready to talk about Future Serum, how it is transformed for this 2025. It will be launching, if I haven't said that yet, you guys, I'm so sorry. Future Serum in both the US and Canada will physically be launching on March 11th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. It is repackaged, it is repriced, it has new clinicals. It's the same product because it's phenomenal. So now I would like to turn it over to the incredible manager of R&D claims, communication, and education. here to teach us all about the science of Future Serum, Casey Hawley.
Thanks so much, Ricky. It is a pleasure to be here with you guys today. So let's jump right into it. As was stated, we really didn't make big changes to ageLOC True Face Future Serum. It is the same great formula because it has amazing benefits. And those benefits, if you didn't know, you're going to know, are clinical strength results. And all of this is at home. And the reason why we didn't change it, it's really kind of interesting as we were moving forward to this ageLOC True Face rebranding. We looked at the different products and we looked at where we could make improvements. And even though the key ingredients in this formula are a bit obscure, we really didn't feel like there was anything better out there. We could have changed the ingredients, but we would just be changing the ingredients. We didn't feel like we would be changing the benefits at all because this product has been well received. So we just kind of messed with the fragrance because we messed with some thickeners. And so we just kind of had to make sure that we kept the formula nice and balanced. So let's get into those key ingredients. So of course it has our proprietary ageLOC technology. And this is all about targeting the sources of aging, not just the symptoms, but really getting at what is resulting in causing us to look older on our skin. And I think at this point, everyone's always clamoring to know what are those ingredients. We're keeping them proprietary, which is a benefit because if we were to say, oh, it's these ingredients that we've identified that have this benefit, then someone else could knock that off. And so at this point in time, we're keeping those trade secret. We're making sure that we're keeping that intellectual property to ourselves. Then it has this really great blend of ingredients of pea extract, bamboo extract, and glucosamine. And this is a blend that's been shown to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and increase cell turnover. Now, cell turnover is really interesting because we know that as we get older, our cell turnover rates decrease, and that can make it so that our skin looks a little bit more dull. It can make it so that our skin has actually it can even make wrinkles appear a little bit more apparent. And it can impact the way that our pores appear. It can impact hydration. So when you have that nice youthful cell turnover, it has a multitude of benefits. Then we also have a brightening complex, and within this brightening complex, we have lemon peel extract and hexapeptide too. And these ingredients were chosen because they can really target the appearance of discoloration and help even that skin tone so that our skin is nice and glowing and radiant and beautiful. And then, of course, it has hyaluronic acid in it. Hyaluronic acid is able to absorb large amounts of water and hold it to the skin, and it helps to make sure that our skin is feeling nice and comfortable. So then when we look at how all of these ingredients interplay on these 8 signs of aging and the 4 like key areas. So if you look at this slide, it's kind of busy and it didn't come out super clear. I apologize for that. But you can see that the ageLOC proprietary blend targets all 8 of these different signs of aging. And then on the far right, you see that there's like 4 main categories that these different signs of aging fall into. So if you look like hydration impacts not just the hydration of your skin or the moisturization of your skin, but it also impacts how smooth, and it can even kind of delve into how radiant your skin looks at. Similar with like cell turnover. Cell turnover has a lot to do with smoothness and radiance in pores. And so you can kind of see how these different signs of aging are compartmentalized into these different categories. And then you can see how the pea extract, bamboo extract, and glucosamine, what all that's impacting, what the lemon peel extract and the hexapeptide 2 are impacting. And again, that's your brightening complex, and then with your hyaluronic acid. And so you can see how there's so much overlap between what the key ingredients are doing and the different signs of aging, that these are all very multifunctional ingredients. And that's part of the reason why we're getting such great benefits from this product. And those benefits are 8 ways in only 7 days. So think about that. We did a clinical study where we had about 30 people, it was 28, and they used Future Serum day and night. And in 7 days, just 1 week, there were improvements in all 8 of these different categories. That's pretty phenomenal. I'll be honest, that blew us away. I was there in 2009. I remember us just kind of being floored by those results. The other thing that was super spectacular about this early study is 100% of the subjects were graded for at least one area of improvement as early as week 1. 100% of the subjects. So if we translate that into the real world, that means that when you sell someone Future Serum, they are likely going to see benefits in at least one area, if not more, in as little as 1 week. And that is a great comfort and should be great confidence for our sales force. So then we can get into more of the marketing language and the nitty-gritty benefits at the same time. So we're talking about things and a little bit of repeat, but 8 anti-aging benefits in one formula. It smooths and softens the skin with ingredients proven to improve cell turnover in as early as 5 days. It can reduce the appearance of dull, uneven skin and skin spots for that smooth, youthful look we're all looking for. It increases radiance and reduces the appearance of discoloration with that brightening technology. Diminishes the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Reduces the appearance of pores through youthful cell turnover. Increases hydration by supporting a moisturizing compound found naturally in skin. So when you look at this list, what else would you want in a youth promoting or an anti-aging serum? This really hits all of those targets that we're all looking for in our skincare systems. So then let's jump into the new clinical study. So this was a study that we had commissioned at a contract research organization. They recruited 47 female subjects. The ages were between 40 and 69 with a mean age of 47. And again, I always like to point out that we recruit people in our age groups often because we need to have people that we can visibly see these improvements in. Does this mean that someone younger than that can't use it? Absolutely not. But the chances of a 25-year-old having some of these issues that we're looking to have improvements become more difficult to truly identify. Um, Individuals were evaluated both short and for long-term benefits, and they used the product, the Future Serum, morning and night on clean skin. So then let's get into these results. The percent of subjects I think is really important because this is the number of individuals who were actually seen to have improvements. So again, this is your return rate when you think about sales, right? And 100% of the subjects had improvements in smoothness. Um, and radiance was next on the list and fine lines, but these are both like 3 key benefits. Then you look at the percent of subjects, probably pretty close to 80% had improvements in poor appearance, 75% had improvements, or more than 75% had improvements in skin tone evenness, and then a little bit lesser when we get down into the more fine-tuned type of issues like mottled pigmentation. Chances are not everyone had mottled pigmentation for that area of improvement, firmness, and coarse wrinkles. So now let's get into what type of visible benefits we can anticipate seeing. And look right here. Look at the difference between baseline or week 0 and week 8. And just think to yourself, what do you see? What can you see on this individual as having improvements? I'm going to give you just a second or two. What pops out to you? For me, the first thing that I really see is that diminished appearance of wrinkles right in those forehead lines. You also see just this overall improvement in radiance, which probably has a lot to do with the cell turnover and the hydration benefits that you're getting. If you look kind of around the mouth, you can see some of that smoothing again. And there's just this overall improvement in just her complexion. So then let's go to the next slide. And I think I like this one even better. So again, What do you see? For me, I can see a lot kind of around the orbit bone where you can see is that reduction in those fine lines. Again, yeah, I think you see that evening of the skin tone, just that overall reduction of those fine lines and smoothness. The next you'll see, though, we also focused in on the eye area in particularly, where we had individuals or the clinical grader look at the percent of subjects or look at the coarse wrinkles and the fine lines in this area as opposed to just overall, which was in the previous slide. And what we find again is that 100% of the subjects improved in fine lines and about 80%, maybe a little bit more again, improved in coarse wrinkles. And so if we then jump into what this might look like on an individual, and look at this. What stands out to me in this is those what are often referred to as the 11 lines, right? Those lines in between the eyebrows. And the overall, again, when we start to focus on that orbit bone, you just see that brightening, that visible lifting, and that improvement in overall firmness. So really great benefits. And then the next we'll get into again, these are some great pieces that were developed that really help to focus you in on what we're looking at and putting that data right there. So again, 100% of subjects showed improvement in the visible reduction of fine lines around the eye area. And this is what we're talking about. And then 91% of the subjects had visible improvement in the reduction of fine lines. And again, focusing in on that forehead area. And then 100% of subjects showed improvement in smoothness, 96% in radiance, 91% of subjects had improvement in fine lines, 78% showed a reduction in poor appearance. 100% again showed improvements with the fine lines around the eye area, and it was 82% had that reduction in the more coarse wrinkles. So you can see here how phenomenal these results can be. Now, Future Serum does a lot, and it does a lot by itself, but I think it's important to also keep in mind that we have other serums in this line, and there's lots of ways that these can interplay and these can be used together. I like to refer to it as a trifecta of beauty. So if you'll recall, we did this great little study on peptide retinol complex and Essence Ultra. And in this study, there was only 10 subjects, so it was like when I said small, I meant small. And small studies are always a gamble because if you have a non-responder, it really hurts your data. But we were willing to take the gamble with this set of products. And so as early as 2 weeks, 70% of the subjects, or 7 of the 10, had a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles per clinical grading again. 60% or 6 of the 10 showed appearance in poor improvement, and 5 out of the 10 had improvement in radiance and luminosity. But then at 12 weeks, again, you see those numbers just skyrocket, right? Again, 9 out of 10 had improvements in fine lines and wrinkles. 9 out of 10 had improvements in poor appearance. All of them had improvement in their skin texture. 7 out of 10 in crow's feet, and again, 9 out of 10 in contour, firmness, or lifted appearance. And I will remind you again that this study was done with just both males and females. So think about now how you might start putting these together. If we look at your regimen, again, Future Serum can be used, and it was used in a clinical study, both morning and night. And if you were to use it with Essence Ultra, you would want to use it before Essence Ultra. We always want to finish with Essence Ultra. But if you really think about, we can even expand this out even more, right? So think about all of the products and all of the benefits that you're looking for, and how might that look? So if you wanted, you could sub in And you could use peptide retinol complex at night, use your Future Serum in the morning, use Essence and Ultra both morning and night. You could cleanse with your LumiSpa. You just pick the treatment cleanser that's best for your skin type. Um, right now, I know there's a little bit of a vacancy in the toner area. In the interim, I would strongly recommend the Here You Glow toner with that 10% hydroxy acids. That really helps again with that cell turnover. If you are going to use peptide retinol complex, though, you would want to proceed cautiously with that combination, meaning just ease into it. You don't want to throw too much at your skin at one time. Again, you could use Future Serum in the morning, Essence Ultra after that, peptide retinol complex at night, Essence Ultra after that. If you wanted to add line corrector in just as a spot treatment as you need it. And then there's 3 different moisturizers you can choose from. You can choose from Radiant Day, which we would suggest in the daytime because it has that SPF 22, which is really important. Then we've got a lighter transforming gel cream, or we've got the richer uplifting cream. And so you can really personalize your regimen within this line to fit all of the needs and the desires that you will have for your skin. Um, and so I'm really excited for you guys to get this opportunity to start figuring out what works for you, to identify that regimen, and to really start getting these clinical strength benefits right in the comfort of your home. You don't even need to leave your house, right? You don't have to go to an aesthetic spa if you don't want to, and because you're going to get those visible results that you're really looking for. And so I'm super excited to start seeing the before and after pictures roll in. Off to you, Anna.
Thank you, Casey. That was amazing. I still cannot get over those clinical before and after images. They blew my mind when I saw them. And we have one more. So I'm excited to talk about LumiSpa and Future Serum and this powerful combination. So I know this image looks a little spooky, but it is a composite. So we were able to, with the third party that we worked with for this clinical study, input all of the clinical data, and they created this composite image. So this is kind of an average of all the results we saw in this study. This was over the course of just 2 weeks, which is super fast. And that was using LumiSpa with the normal combo cleanser in the morning and night, and then as your serum, Future Serum, morning and night. And this is insane. You can see what stands out to me is skin tone evenness, radiance, those fine lines and wrinkles. And you can just see these numbers are insane as well. So definitely, if you're selling a Future Serum, add on a LumiSpa or vice versa, because these are incredible results. Going along with that, we're so excited for another podcast with Kathy, Beneath the Label. She goes in and interviews Dr. Helen Nags on all things Future Serum, and it's so interesting. They talk about the science, the development, so make sure to check that out. Okay, how do you use Future Serum? So if you haven't used this before, we recommend about 2 pumps, but you can adjust as needed. Use it on face and neck, morning and night after you cleanse and tone. I'll start with just at night to kind of ease into it, but I have a little bit more sensitive skin. So do what works for you. And then follow with your moisturizer of choice. If you're using multiple serums, something that I do, good rule of thumb for me, and it works for a lot of people, is just go thinnest to thickest with your formula, and that helps with the absorption. So like Casey was saying, you would do Future Serum, and then you could have your retinol, and then your last step would be the TFEU pearls. We saw those amazing results with the under eye, so you can definitely get up close to your eye, but do not get this in your eye. It is a very effective and strong formula, so you don't want that in your eye. Okay, perfect. This is so exciting. I want to talk about just this new revamped age-locked True Face skincare line in general, completely transformed. So we have some fun sneak peeks here if you haven't seen them before. Obviously, we've launched retinol, and Future Serum will be the next product in this revamped True Face line, but it's going to be a complete skincare line with these clinical grade results that you can find your perfect, basically professional grade skincare and make it your routine at home. So Lumi Spa, we have a new cleanser coming. It's the same cleanser, sorry, new package coming throughout this year. And you definitely want to have your Lumi Spa included in this routine because you've seen the results just get better. So we're so excited for all of that coming soon this year. All right, and let's talk about refills. So retinol was one of the first refillable products we had. I actually think TFU was the very first that we offered. And that one is a little unique, right? Because it comes in a refillable, sealable pouch. But with retinol, it was a little different because you need the pump. So make sure that if you're purchasing these refills, that you have that initial package with the pump and the outer bottle and cap first so that they're compatible to be used together. Coming next, you'll see Transforming Night Uplifting Cream. They're going to be in a different package as well that's refillable. So we're starting to move into these refills, and it's really exciting because it's sustainable. It also is a little bit more cost effective over time, and you can reuse the same product. We're not creating extra waste. If you do see that your pump clogs after maybe 3 to 6 refills, just go ahead and buy another full size. They're not meant to last forever and ever. It still is plastic, you can recycle it, but just replace it maybe every 3 to 6 if you start to notice any issues with your pump. If you don't, go ahead and keep using it. All right, this is kind of a fun slide, just talking about the differences with Future Serum. So it is the same volume, same fill size, 30 ml or 1 fluid ounce, but it is now in a airless pump. So that refillable bottle is airless, which is really cool because it pushes the product from the bottom, so you get pretty much all of the product out of the bottle with no tipping it upside down, no smacking it against your hand trying to get it out. It's so much easier. It really reduces and limits the amount of air that's touching the formula. So it helps with the stability and the shelf life that you get out of the formula, which is so important because this formula is like liquid gold. You do not want to waste any of it. So that to me is one of the biggest improvements and standout features of the packaging change. We talked about the sustainability, and actually we have some really cool assets that I'll share with you. These will be available on SmugMug. We're adding new assets every day. So make sure that you're recycling your refills. You just screw that little cap back on and you can recycle the whole thing. But just compared to our last package that we had for Future Serum, this saves 56 tons of carbon emissions alone, just switching to this package. And this refill system helps reduce packaging by 72% by purchasing a refill. So it's incredible. We love that we can help, save waste when we're using this amazing product. This is another fun asset that we have that will be available. It says the same things as well. Okay, next slide. This is a little video just showing how to replace your refill. So like I mentioned, make sure that you have this package with the pump before you are purchasing a refill because they are compatible together. You can't really use the refill without the pump. Super easy. Again, if you find that once you switch the refill out and maybe it's not pumping correctly, just unscrew the lid, pop it back on, and it should be good to go. If you're having any other issues, some people leave it upside down and it helps a little bit, but for the most part, it should be totally good to go. Just some tips if you see that once you've refilled, maybe it just needs a little extra pop to get going. Okay, this is exciting. We've talked about that this is way more accessible than it was before, and part of that is the packaging changes that we have made. But go ahead, take a picture of this. We'll send these out so that you can really zoom in and take a look. But once again, we have our one-time pricing for that full-size product, and then the refill bottle, full size as well, that you'll just pop in there. I would recommend subscribing to this. Like once you get this product, you're going to be obsessed. So go ahead and subscribe to the refill. And as always, it's a 10% savings when you subscribe. And in addition to that, you can get all of these amazing benefits that we have for subscribing, like free shipping on orders over a certain threshold, depending on your market, and vouchers over time when you're continually subscribing. So these are perfect products to subscribe to. This duo is amazing, and we actually will be having a bundle with retinol and future serum available. So we'll send out the details on that very soon as well. Go ahead and scan this. This is the PIP. The format may look a little different than before, but we're moving into a new format for the PIPs, but all that information is still there that we had before. Just looks a little bit different. So go ahead and scan. You can download this PDF if you want to read through it. It has all of the claims, all of the clinical data written out, and all of the ingredients. Okay, and like I mentioned, we have lots of amazing assets coming out. There are more that are being added every single day. So go ahead and scan this and start building your social posts, your stories. So make sure to scan this for the smug mug. And then with that, perfect timing to get into the social media playbook. So Blanca de la Cruz on our team runs social media, and she put together this incredible social media playbook. So I'm just going to quickly walk through it and how you can utilize. So this is an example of a timeline. Obviously, we're on March 5th, but get started now that you have this information. Start posting, teasing. If you've used this product before and you already have experience with it, go ahead and utilize that experience and start talking about it. You can talk about the ingredients, what makes it unique, these clinical benefits. I mean, these images are insane. Like, I seriously can't get over them. So utilize those. Start creating your own. One of the best things about this product is how quickly it works. So in just 7 days, you can notice a difference in your skin. All those amazing visible benefits we talked about. So go ahead and get the product and you'll have your own images before you know it. So start talking about your buildup. This is the mother of all serums, why it's so unique. A lot of these ingredients like the pea and the bamboo extract, you won't find those in any other products, really. I mean, it's so hard to find this unique combination of ingredients that works so well. And then really highlight the multi-purpose of this product, but you can also pick one claim if you want to have a standout claim like the fine lines and wrinkles. All right, next. Let's get this social buzz going so we can talk about, again, all these different things. We'll share out this playbook so you can read through it in detail. I think stories are also a really fun way to post. You can do like a countdown and engage with the followers, message me if you want to learn more. I know you guys are amazing at this. But again, start sharing these images. You can scan here to access the social media playbook for your market. And get posting, get pre-selling as well. You can start building a list. This launch goes live March 11th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So yeah, get your pre-sales ready. Again, the future is here. I'm so excited. This is a much anticipated launch of ageLOC True Face Future Serum, and I can't wait to see how you guys turn out next week. All right, and without further ado, back to Ricky. Thank you.
Amazing, Anna. Thank you so much. And you guys, I know lots of people in the comments were like, where can I find this social playbook? If it isn't there already, we will get it posted in our Facebook groups, both groups. Absolutely. What a great kind of guideline for you to help build your content, right? From today through next week and beyond. Okay, so real quick, we heard so much information. We heard that why this serum is truly the mother of all serums and how you can add it into what you're currently doing every single day in your skincare routine. Now, what can you do, or what is this future serum going to do for you and your business? Now, how many of you remember when we launched retinol? I think, oh my goodness, how long ago was that? Was that last summer? I can't remember. But how many of you remember when we launched retinol? I know that I saw so many of you and your volume spike. I saw more people coming into the business, more new customers coming into the business, and more importantly, new customers jumping on subscriptions because of the retinol. You guys, this product, I truly believe, can do even more for your business. Well, because it's the mother of all serums, right? It is the GOAT, the best product absolutely out there. So it's up to you and how you want to drive this product to increase your business, increase your customers, and increase new affiliates joining your team so they too can get this incredible product. Now let's look at a timeline. I know Anna shared a little sneak peek, which is so fun. She shared a sneak peek of what is to come as we are truly upgrading, transforming our ageLOC True Face line. So we've launched the retinol already. We are launching the Future Serum March 11th. In May, you can expect to see a repackaging for both countries, kind of depending on when we run out of our current products. But you'll see a repackaging next of our uplifting cream and our line corrector. And then by this summer, you will also have a repackaging of the Radiant Day, a new refining toner, a transforming gel cream, and the TFEU package as well. So what, you guys, I'm just going to say it. This new look is sexy and your customers are going to love it. So I can't wait for all of the pieces to get here, and then we'll put it all together and make some great packages that you can share. So let's get ready to take action. What should you be doing today? Well, first, review the pitch. It's good to hear everything like you just did, but you also got to get in there and read it for yourself so it sticks. Find out what those 8 signs of anti-aging that this product addresses. Know those 8 things so you can share it, right? And then go find the images on SmugMug so you are ready to share. Review that social playbook and start building in your stories and on social and with your customer network today. Also, start reaching out to those customers who purchase retinol and let them know how to pair this product with it. Reach out to your customers who purchased a Lumi before. You saw the results with Future Serum and the Lumi Spa. You guys, reach out to your customers who've ever bought a Lumi Spa from you and let them know what this product can do and the results if you pair them together. Reach out to your customers that use any of our TFEU line and share how this is truly a power partner for what they are already using. You can even start pre-selling today so you are ready on the 11th. And then, so have your customers get ready by the full bottle this time around, and then we will get ready to put that refill on subscription going forward. You guys, I'm so excited for this product. I hope you are too. By the way, we sent out to all of our incredible Grease and AGNC team elites, we sent out a fun little goodie box that should be arriving today. Team elites, I want you to start using it. You are going to get results within 7 days, like Casey shared. So we want to see your before and after starting today with the before pic. And in 7 days, when we're ready to launch, we want to see those after pictures. All right, New Skin family, I hope you're excited. Let us know if you need anything, and happy selling of this Future Serum, the GOAT.
And I loved it from the get-go. I think at the time it was a really unique formulation for us. It was very different from anything else we had before. But since then and over time, what we've really seen with this formulation is that it can give you clinical strength results at home.